So we are here in Kibera slum. This is one of the schools that I run. It's a part-time school and it does a feeding program for children as well. And what we've started to do across the whole slum is installing solar bottles. And David and the team here have been working very hard over the last few months to install a number of bottles. And so I will turn to him and he can explain something about the project. So David, how did you start to learn about the solar bottle project?
Yeah, we started to learn about it through Enactus. Enactus shared the idea with us as COVID investment. COVID is a group of young people within Kibera, and we learned this thing from Philippines through Enactus. And we are the first people to install the solar bottles in Kibera. So we prefer the institution like this school St. Christine, as it contains so many parents and it helps so many people. Like in this school, you get that they have more than 400 children. So you get that when we install in this school, it helps more parents than maybe installing in houses, but that help only an individual. So we, with St. Christine, as a youth group, we have been working together. Maybe we have plant trees together and doing some other stuff as a Mwalimu here. And that's why I came to know Mwalimu, because he has been working with the community, helping the community. In our group, we have so many things like giving back to community, doing mentorship, life skills, and that's
slum tourism.
Slum tourism. Those are the things which bring us together, because Mwalimu is also doing so many things to the communities. Apart from education, he's also feeding the children. So you get that feeding the children is also part of what we are doing, because we are helping people to get free life, and he is also helping the parents to the kids get free food. And where did Mwalimu get this thing? I don't know, but maybe from people like us who are doing the same thing, which is supporting the children. So I think that far is how we have come from. But we are trying to get so many institutions.
And can you tell us a bit about how the bottles are installed?
How the bottles are installed, you want how?
Yeah, just some of how some of the materials that I use and the process that is involved.
Yeah. What we are doing, we buy iron sheet, we buy bottles, we buy sealant and the detergent or the bleach. So these are the things we use. This is the detergent or the bleach. This is the sealant and iron sheet and the bottle. So these are things we use. We use hammer, we use chisel, and the ladder. Those are the tools we use in this.
And once they have been installed, can you tell us about the light that it can offer during the day?
Yeah, the light that this can offer is more than 70 watts. And 70 watts is more than the normal bulbs, which some are 40 watts. So you get 70 watts is enough for one room. So when we have a big room, we put two. And when we put two, that is like 140 watts. So you get that is enough light.
And what is important and useful about the solar bottles is that they're replacing the need for the use of kerosene lamps during the day, which are both expensive and they're quite bad for the environment. So that's why solar bottles are a very good alternative, because they're environmentally friendly, they're cost effective, and they last for a very long time. Yeah? But still, there's some challenges which we face in implementing this project in Kibera. David, can you tell us about some of the challenges?
The challenges, you get that we are climbing roofs and we have some weak roofs. When you climb in somebody's roof, you break the roof, you go extra cost, which you have not budgeted for. But you cannot live it like that. You need to buy the poles, you pay fully the mason, and you need to buy a new iron sheet. Another thing is the tenants are different with the structure owners. You get into a structure, you get that the owner maybe doesn't what they like, but the tenant who is facing the problem in that structure wants the light. So you talk with the structure, the tenant, he or she telling you that just put it for me. When the structure owner comes, he or she saying that nobody consulted me. So these are one of the challenges we are facing.
So there's a difference between getting an agreement from a tenant who wants the bottle in his own house, but the landlord who owns the house and doesn't want some changes to be made to the structure.
Yeah, but in this case, you see that the tenants are the majority because they are the people who are facing the problem. The structure owner just built the house and he stays away. Very good house. But the tenant is the person who is facing all these problems of darkness in the day. And as you can see, the solar boxes does not produce heat. Like it produces a very little heat as compared with the electricity. Electricity, when you put on during the day, you cannot stay in that house. That's why people like this solar boxes, because they can stay freely in the house without that heat. So that is the advantage of the solar boat.
And can you tell us a bit about how many have been installed and how many you plan to install in the future, and not only in Kibera but where else you're planning to install more?
Yeah, now I cannot say, but we have done past half of our target of 2,500. But I know that by Sunday we will be almost 2,000.
2,500 bottles so far. These have all come from different donors from around the world. We're very keen to see the solar project take off. And,
yeah, that is only for this month, but what we have installed in the past. So when we add is more than 2,000 bottles, but at the end of this month we will be 2,700 bottles.
And any other products you're looking to develop?
Yeah, we are discussing because of sustainability of this project. Because maybe we need to do some other stuff. We need to run our office, but we cannot depend on only on this. But because this is we don't have funding. But as a group, we are planning if we can get the solar lamps and maybe sell at a very low cost, and that's all the solar panels. So provided that we can come up with something which can help community in a lower cost.
So what we established as through Enactus Durham is the solar bottles as well. We're trying to make it a sustainable business. What we find in the Kibera slum, because it's such a deprived community, people can't really afford to have the solar bottles installed. So most of what we've installed has just been out of direct donorship and sponsorship from various people. So what we're trying to do is install solar lamps, which people can then pay for, so that we can start to make a profit and the business can start to be self-sustainable as well. Heads up St. Christine's School in Kibera. And can you tell us a bit about your school?
St. Christine Community Center was started in 2000 with a population of 25 students. That time we started by feeding children from the community, because when we were going around, there were so many children who were loitering Kibera, and some of them could not get some basic needs. And after that, we developed and then we started giving them education, because we believe that education is the key to life. So after that, St. Christine grew up to now. We have 425 students. And the community we are working with here are very, very cooperative. We have been working with different groups in terms of donations and sponsorships. We are also having some students who are in high school, but some of them are girls, whereby we talk to friends, and then these friends sponsor them in various high schools. These schools attain more than 350 marks. And that is what we are really proud of. We are able to follow our students where they are going. We are also giving food for the needy children in the community. And that's why David and my sister here have come up and sponsored a feeding program in this school. And when you ask me about the issue of sustainability, I come from a community, and this community where I live in, we have a shamba. And this shamba, I wanted to start cultivating it. It is something that is in my mind, and I see it is something that can work. If I get somebody who can donate or give me some money, then I can be able to cultivate that land, and then the food, the produce that comes from the land can be planted back to the school, and then we can have a way of sustaining that feeding program. And the other remaining, that surplus maybe will be there, then this one can be turned as we can sell it, and then it can be able to even pay some other costs.
That's very good. So the work that's being done here is currently feeding a whole group of children. For the moment, we're relying on donations, but as Malimu said, we're trying to make the whole project self-sustainable. So we really encourage you to make a donation or to get interested in the project and see how you can contribute towards the whole thing.
Because I remember that when we were going around even to the homes of these parents, some of these parents cannot afford the light the whole day. Even they would say that maybe the light will be there during the day. Some of these lights that are legally connected with the Kenya Power and Lighting are not promising. So these lights are going to promise these children a full light in the day. So I think even when the children are at home, they can be able even to study. If you walk around these neighboring homes that are neighboring the school, you will find that there are those houses that are very dark. And I think when they install this light, it will really help these children also in reading during the day. And we want to also to inculcate this culture of reading in the with the children in the community, in their houses. So it is something that we would want maybe to go much more than the way David said. I've heard that he's saying that they are projecting of 2,500 by this month, but I think as their target they should go more than this, because there are so many people that are living in Kibera that doesn't have access to this kind of facility. So we ask those who can donate, let them donate, and if there is a way of sustainability, we shall look into it, and then we shall see how we can work in partnership with other organizations.
Okay, I think that, and that's why we are coming with a way of even at night, because even these kids need light at night to read. And that's why we come with ways of some solar panels which can produce light at night. So it's only not during the day. We also need at night how this pupils and students will read at night. So we need to come up with a way which will enable the pupils to read at night. I think Malimu, that is also a challenge. We probably, this light maybe cannot be enough during the day, so during the night. So during the day it's enough and it's very efficient. And during the night we need to have something like what Nusaiba was saying, that we need to have maybe the solar panels and see something which can maybe help during the night.
What we are trying to emphasize with the solar project is that it's not just a question of installing something which is giving light. That will have a whole cascading effect on people's lives here. If they have better light, they can study during the day. They can save money on using kerosene lamps. That saved money can then go towards them buying food. The parents are less stressed at home. They're able to send the children to school. So through one small initiative of the solar bottle, we're contributing towards a whole change of lifestyle within the slum. And there's some really great progress which is being made here. And what we're trying to do now is work towards the project becoming more sustainable.